Stay tuned as we check out this Power Rangers Lightning Collection Mighty Morphin Pink Ranger. Pow, and welcome back to the channel, Dan Who Reviews. As always, my name is Dan W. Make sure you are following me on Instagram at It's Dan Who. Today we are back with another Power Rangers Lightning Collection review as we go all in for anything Mighty Morphin. And in front of me we have the Pink Ranger, aka Kimberly Hart, played by the gorgeous Amy Jo Johnson. And I can't even explain to you, I was a kid and I didn't even understand the feelings I was feeling back then, but I clearly had a crush on this girl, and she was probably my first crush. And even now the feelings come rushing back. No, ignore me. I'm sure anyone who's my age probably had the same sort of feeling if they remember Mighty Morphin from back in the day. But yeah, Kimberly, the Pink Ranger, we have her now in figure form. So we have the Lightning Collection box. I always like the box for these. I think it looks very smart, sleek, simple, nice. Pink Ranger, she comes with a bow. She gets her blaster. As I said, an unmasked head, which probably doesn't do poor Amy Jo Johnson any justice, but we'll get into that when I open it up. Other than that, it's white and pink. We get the pink helmet, promo picture on the back, no wave association or anything like that. Very simple, very nice. Let's get her open. And here we have the Pink Ranger out of the box with all her accessories on the table. And she does come with quite a few. You can't see them all in the box as the packaging hides it a little bit, but you get two bows. One is normal grey sort of bow, and the other one is a bit powered up, which I quite like, so we'll see how those work in a minute. Of course, she gets a bow and arrow. She wouldn't be able to shoot those bows without them. We get a blaster dagger thing, but again, it's only in blaster form. It's not folded up, which is a shame they're not giving us a folded up version for the harness. Like, this one is fine. It does fit in the harness, and if they're only going to give us one version, then I suppose the version of the blaster is the better one. But for this, for example, does stick out a little bit too much for my liking. So it would have been good to get a sort of folded up blaster, but we get a blaster, so I'm not trying to be too negative. We get two interchangeable hands, one's fist and one's like a karate chop, and the two hands that come on her, I suppose, are for holding her bow. So I'll do a close-up and see how that works in a minute. And of course, the main accessory is Kimberly's unmasked head, which a lot of people are giving it a bit of flack, and I can see why. Hasbro, you're killing my childhood fantasies. This isn't perfect. I'm not going to lie. It's not terrible. It's not as bad as people are making out, but it could be a bit better. And I'll zoom in and show you that in a minute. Actually, let's zoom in and show you that now. So while we're zoomed in, before I swap the heads, let's just have a check of those paint apps, as I've been pretty unlucky with my Power Rangers Lightning Collection. I've had some QC issues which need to get sorted. The bow piece seems a little bit pink. It's like the pink, it was pink plastic clearly for the skirt, and then they've just tried to paint the bow white, but it definitely looks pink. You can see the pterodactyl sort of coin there. I don't know how well that's going to come off in camera. I doubt it will focus very well, but pterodactyls there. The rest of the paint apps, so the helmet's pretty fine. To be fair, you get the green little dots for the pterodactyls eyes. You get the silver mouth, and then it's white and pink. The rest of the figure, white and pink. It looks clean enough, to be fair. This one seems okay, so I'm very happy with that. Even down to the boots. One's a little bit warped out the box. You can see her legs are a bit wonky, but if I heat them up, I'm sure I can straighten them out. But again, the boots seem fine as well. With that diamond pattern. And then we got the skirt piece is made of a soft separate plastic that I can push down a little bit more when you're not got her in some articulated poses. It will go down and it will sort of show you the articulation there at the waist, which is a bit of a crunch, and then she's got the diaphragm joint as well. So there's some good range of motion, to be fair, in this Lightning Collection. And yeah, not bad QC issues with this figure. So let's try the head swap. So that pops on and off. That simple. Plugs in. So, what are we thinking? Focus. Ooh, you let me know in the comments below, what do you think? It is not perfect, but it's not terrible either. She just seems a bit too smiley, shiny face. It's a shame because, as I said, Amy Jo Johnson, she's gorgeous. And Kimberly Hart in Power Rangers was one of my first crushes, but This is not an accurate representation of that, unfortunately. But I get what they were going for. Good effort, Hasbro. Maybe we'll get a Pink Ranger cat further down the line and masthead. Who knows? But yes, she can hold her helmet probably easier than the most, to be fair. So yeah, there you go. She actually holds that really well. Much better than some of the other figures I've had. And when you've got that on your shelf, in the distance, if I move that further back, yeah, that's going to look all right. If you're a Power Rangers fan, you're going to know exactly who that is. So I think you'll learn to love it, to be fair. She looks decent. So let's figure out how this bow works, shall we? Okay, so I think I've sussed it out where she can hold the bow and arrow pretty decently for display purposes. So, nice and simple. She comes with two hands packaged in. One of them is for holding the bow, which is this hand, obviously. She holds the bow, nice and simple, tight grip. It's not going to fall, all good. Second hand is a bit of a funky shape, and again, that's why. And it's got some holes or slit in the middle. Do you see there, the slits there? That is where you put the arrow. So again, the arrow just fits in the slit slide there. There you go. And it's not the perfect grip. It really isn't. But you can get it to work. So as I say that, it's not working. No, there you go. So yes, it's not the perfect grip. You may want to get a little bit, maybe not glue, but some glue tack or something. And yeah. So you get her arms articulated how you want, of course. And yeah, it's a bit hard for me to do it through the camera lens, but you get where I'm going with this, okay? So she has one hand for holding the bow and one for holding the arrow, and then it's all about how you articulate. Let's try it with this one, the power effect one, because it's going to be a little bit more difficult. So again, I'm putting the bow through the hand, and maybe I can grip this one in the hand a little bit better, maybe. You're going to have to experiment with it, but you can definitely get it to work. I always struggle when I try and do things on camera, but I do it for you guys, so you don't have to struggle when you get yours. But yes, you get what I'm trying to go for there, people, all right? It can work, just got to be patient, you've got to balance it and get it working. I already showed you our holster and the gun. The gun's a little bit too big. It sticks out a little bit far too much for me. Again, it would have been nice to get a folded gun, but it does work. And again, she can hold this gun with her bow holding hand at least. So it's a bow and gun holding hand. Bang, bang. She also comes with two more interchangeable hands apart from the bow holding hand. And it is, of course, the fist and the karate chop. Or as I like to say, the waving hand. Hello. So here she is compared to the Black Ranger and Red Ranger, both with their dragon shields on. And as you can see, she is a tiny bit shorter than these two, as she should be, as she is the female in the crew. Move those two out the way and bring in the love of her life, Tommy Oliver. And these two look very nice together as well. But I'm very curious to see what they look like with their unmasked heads. And there they both are with their unmasked heads. And yeah, Kimberly and Tommy look very nice together. Look forward to getting the whole squad. And then, of course, here's another opportunity to show off my Lord Zed throne from the guys at Marvel Legends UK. So make sure you go and check out Marvel Legends UK to purchase your own throne. And I have a full review of this up on the channel now. So click the eye in the corner of the screen. And of course, I also have a Goldar review up right now. And yeah, please, let's get some more villains for this Lightning collection. And yeah, he won't stand very well on his own. But yeah, these are starting to look very good. And the Pink Ranger, scale's perfect. Looking nice. So final thoughts, of course, I like this figure. It is so nostalgic to me, this Mighty Morphin Lightning Collection line. And I'm really liking it. And as you can see, you can sort of get her to hold her effects and hold her bow in place. And just for anyone wondering, the bow is exactly the same as the bow you get in the San Diego Comic-Con exclusive. So you will be able to build their mega weapon, I forget what it's called, when we have all the figures and they've released all their individual pieces, as it does have the connections on the back there for Billy's and Trini's weapons. So yes, that can connect to all the other weapons when we do eventually get them. And yeah, looking good. So yeah, very happy with this Pink Ranger. You let me know what you think in the comments below. Are you collecting this Lightning collection? Are you all in like me for particular lines? As I said, for me, definitely Mighty Morphin. probably Zeo, and then anything else that tickles my fancy. But so far, I've got them all, and I'm liking everything I see. But more villains, please. Keep the villains coming. That's my request, Hasbro. Thank you very much. So yes, as always, people, you know what to do. If you want to see more reviews like this, please check out the videos tab. And most importantly, please, 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 hit that subscribe button. I'm on my way to 10k, mainly Marvel Legends, but on the channel you will find some more of my other loves and passions, and there is a whole playlist full of Power Ranger Lightning Collection reviews, so go and check that out. And as always, people, my name is Dan W, and I shall see you on the next one.